Hello and welcome back to Men, Tales, Ages, and everything in between. That was... let's do that again, shall we? I don't even know what I was thinking right there, but we were thinking basically that Thranduil is coming in to actually help us once again. And I don't actually know what's going on with that, to be honest. But yes, Tales from the Age of Men is here once more. And yeah, my forces are actually doing okay. Now, what I'm going to do in this episode is I'm actually going to try out a new strategy, because people have been talking many times to me in the past about utilizing formations in a greater way. And generally, I don't tend to do this that much just because I'm a little bit stubborn and I'm a little bit stupid. So that combination basically makes it maybe not so, not so conducive to that kind of thing happening. Anyway, the point is, we're going to try to utilize a pincer movement with 2 infantry formations. And what I've discovered, actually, I did not realize that there was so much, well, I say so much customization. There isn't really that much customization, to be fair, but there is a decent amount, a minuscule amount, kind of, that will allow us to customize our, shall we say, our various infantry squads, that will allow them to do the damage that we want them to do, to allow them to do whatever we want them to do, to be honest, in the battle. Now, what I'm actually... okay. Have you noticed something? Have you noticed something? I am actually taking siege bombardment casualties. Have you noticed that? I literally just lost... I have to get a mod to remove siege bombardment casualties. It's so incredibly irritating. I had 102, right? I had 102, and now I have 90. And the reason why I have 90? Random chance. No offense, right? No offense, but for me personally, I do not want to lose troops due to randomness. I'm okay with losing troops if I make a mistake or if the enemy's more powerful or whatever. That's all. That's obviously fine. That's balanced in a way, and generally, I feel like that's that's acceptable. But losing stuff to randomness, I feel, is so irritating, because it's just like, okay, well, what could I have done about that? Well, nothing. The only thing I could do is leave, and then come back in at a later point. That's it. And it just boggles the mind how annoying it is. Anyway, what we're going to do is we're obviously going to try to level up smithing skill a little bit more as we go in this episode too, and we do have athletics to level up as well. What we need to do actually is we need to spec into endurance. Yeah, so we need to get that. We need to get durable, of course, and then we're going to be getting strong as well. So that's going to take us to 7 in all of our combat skills, which is absolutely fantastic. Now, apart from that, we do have medicine to level up. We are level 20, so it is potentially possible for us to get intelligence to a slightly higher level. We may even be able to get it to 7 in total if we kill a lot of troops. If we kill a lot of troops, which I think is actually possible. I think we might be able to do it. I am going to wait until Thranduil does his thing and actually goes inside. I mean, obviously, the food supplies in Mount Gundabad itself, they are looking, well, shall we say, very low at the moment. I mean, there's only, like, what, 1 day left by this point? Maybe 0 days left? So technically, the garrison should be starting to starve out sometime soon. Sometime very soon, in fact. Now, obviously... What is he... What is this? What is this? Is this guy okay? I'm serious. Is he actually okay? Look, there's still 1 day left. Are you joking? Okay, you know what? I'm literally just going to do this myself. I'm literally just going to do this myself. I have had enough, okay? I have had enough with King Thranduil and his absolutely... I don't even know what to call it, really. Absolutely silly behavior. That is... that is the strongest thing I could come up with. Oh, yeah, get him! Get him, Haldor! Get him! Yes, attack him! He needs to learn that, he's not welcome around these parts, basically, yeah. Yeah, that's what's going on there. Alright, so this is what's really irritating. This is the only irritating thing that I have actually experienced when it comes to Bannerlord AI. For some reason, they always seem to act really, really strangely when it comes to sieges, and I don't really know why this is. I mean, I understand that, okay, Thranduil, he has 267 troops, which is technically about, 50% of what the garrison has at the moment. But if you think about it, his combat strength, or his maximum capacity, is actually larger. So technically, he would be able to do this, and he would probably have a pretty good time. But, unfortunately, he does not agree. And he decides to leave and do all this really wonderful stuff. So I don't actually know what's going to happen here with the garrison. I don't know whether they can be starved out. Because if they can't be starved out, well, this is definitely going to be a very uncomfortable situation. And the Shadowkin have now left. No, are you serious? That's bad. Okay, that's very bad. But the only thing we can really do is just hope that Kargas does not decide to recruit more people. And this is exactly the reason why, by the way. Exactly the reason why players in Bannerlord will be creating their own factions really, really quickly. Or at the very least, trying to, I don't know, basically trying to affect events a little bit more strongly than they would normally do. Because, I mean, just look at it. Look at what happened. We're a vassal, and we're just getting absolutely, messed around in the most grand way. I mean, literally, this guy was besieging this. I was besieging this. Then he comes along, he takes over the siege, kills a bunch of my troops because he decides that he's going to take siege bombardment casualties for some reason, and then he leaves. It's absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, I do think we might have, well, I don't think we're actually going to win, right? I don't think we're actually going to win, but I think we can do a lot of damage. And if we can do a lot of damage, maybe Thranduil will come back, he'll see that the garrison's really, really low, and he'll decide, oh yes, look, the garrison is very low. That means I can, do something. At least that's the hope. Alright, so this is going to give us a really good opportunity to hopefully destroy the walls. Unfortunately, Kargas, as you can see, now has 54 troops, or at the very least has a army capacity of 54. We don't know whether he has any trolls or anything like that, but we can only hope that we will be able to destroy his siege equipment before we lose one of our trebuchets. As I said, I really, really do not like siege bombardment and the random nature of it, but hopefully this is gonna put paid to that. I can't really see. There we go. I can kind of see the HP of what they have here, yeah, maybe we can actually... Oh, we might be able to actually do this. Not bad, actually. Not bad. So far, I have to admit that this is actually going remarkably well. And I believe, yes, every single one has been destroyed. But we have to wait until daytime. I think that's probably going to be the best course of action for us. I'm going to do this. There we go. All right, so we're going to pause here. Just going to see... Okay, I did actually level up engineering, hilariously enough. Plus 10% build speed. I guess I will go for 10. Yeah, I will go for that, even though I'm not a big fan. Okay, so what we're going to do is... Yeah, pretty much all we're going to try to do right now is we are going to... Yeah, we're going to go in there, okay? We're going to go in there and we're going to see how we do... Where is Thranduil, actually? I'd like to see where he is. Yeah, okay, fine. You know what? I'm gonna wait a little bit longer, just because I want to see whether King Thranduil comes over here, because it would actually assure us the victory. If he doesn't come along in a day or two, we'll go in by ourselves. Okay, so it's basically only been a day, and you can see here from the text log, Thranduil has been taken prisoner by a guy that last time I saw him, he had about 7 troops. So I can only assume that Thranduil has fallen prey to the same fate as some of the Dale vassals, if you remember them from the previous episode, or maybe the episode before that. I actually can't remember now, but basically they came along here with a very, very large army of 1,200, and then they ran out of food, and then they disbanded, and all of them kind of got preyed upon, and I tried to save some of them. So yeah, there's that. Anyway, we are just going to go straight on in. There isn't anything else I can do. I am hopeful that we'll be able to do this, because if we can do this, this eliminates, this basically effectively eliminates a faction from the game, which obviously is going to be extremely good. That is very, very good for us. It makes it so that we don't have to fight as many evil factions. It's going to be very nice. So what we're going to do is we're going to have 2 infantry little groups here, and there is actually a very cool thing. I did not realize that this was actually possible, by the way, just because, I don't know, maybe that's a, I don't know, maybe that's a failure on my part, or maybe it's something else, but I'm gonna take you know, the blame here. So there are preferences along here, and I didn't know that, okay? I literally did not know that one bit, and that is an absolute travesty that I did not know that. I thought this plus icon was literally just for something else. I don't know. I thought it was for, like, captains or some other random thing. Didn't think it was anything important. So now look at this. You can literally designate giving preference to this particular, you know, formation with stuff. And someone actually told me about this in the comments. So thank you very much for this, because, as I said, I did not know about this. If I knew about this, I would have used it many, many more times. So yeah, it's actually kind of hilarious. So what we can now do is we can now do stuff like, here you go, okay, these guys are going to use polearms, and these guys are going to use shields, and these guys are going to be, well, just nothing. So yeah, and then we can obviously put Bear Tilde in somewhere as well. Now, the only problem with separating them like this is that they're not going to have access to all of my benefits. So a lot of the benefits that we have here are going to be somewhat wasted, which is a little bit unfortunate, but if we want to effectively, I don't know, maybe it's a better idea to just keep them in one group. I don't know. I mean, let's have a look and actually see what happens. What? They don't have a catapult, do they? I thought I destroyed all the... Oh, no, there is one. Oh, I use... okay, I thought I destroyed all of them. Yeah, I guess that just goes to show. Yeah, that just goes to show. I should have probably checked that, shouldn't I? Oh, well, never mind. Okay, this is a really bad layout for us as well. This is extremely, extremely bad. I might have to retreat straight away, almost, because of the catapult shooting our forces. Gonna tell them to hold position over here. I'm just gonna try to get around them. Get around these guys as best as I can. Okay, we're doing some nice damage. Yes, there we go, there we go. That's what we need to see. We need to see more of that. Thank you. Okay. Yes. Do have to be a bit careful here. What? How is he blocking? Did you see that? He was like literally facing away from me. How was he blocking? I don't know, but apparently he was. Okay, let's put this guy, put these guys into a square formation while we do this. Okay, be careful. Be careful. Nice. Okay, this is kind of interesting. I'm not entirely sure what's going on here, but apparently we have completely decimated the initial defenders. It's gonna be very interesting. Maybe we can do this. This is going to be extremely, extremely impressive if we can actually manage to do it. And also stay alive. Some of these guys are really, really defensive as well. As you can see, we're doing very little damage to a lot of them here. Look at that, 63 damage on a kill. Wow, that's actually crazy. But then we for some reason do a 98. I don't know. It's sometimes weird. Oh dear, I think I might die here. Yeah, this might be a problem. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Okay, killed both of them. Okay, let's tell these guys to charge in, actually, so that we can get them to start running towards wherever we need them to run to. Wow, this is harsh. That's a lot of enemies. Okay, I guess we can kind of be thankful. Can we? Can we be kind of thankful here? I guess so. Yeah, okay. Let's just be very careful here. Nice. Okay, come on now, be careful. This is it. I mean, there's just so many people that could potentially kill us right now. How many have we killed? Only 170. Only 170. That is actually really, really much less than I thought. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna have to get over here and actually do some damage before they even get to our forces, maybe. Because otherwise we're going to have problems. Okay, I'm going to have to get by here. There we go. Otherwise I'm going to die, I think, maybe. There we are. Kill that. I'm going to have to jump over here. Trying to do damage around their defenses. Unfortunately, it's a bit difficult. It's a bit difficult when they're running away like this. Good strategic maneuver, though. Good strategic maneuver from them, because basically this is what we decided to do in the previous episode. It was a good strategy to use for us as well. And this is exactly what's happening here for them. We are doing massive damage, though. Highly doubt I can destroy their shields. Okay, there we go. We got one of their shields destroyed, and now this is the other wall section. Okay, that's very interesting that we've come all the way around here. I wouldn't have expected that. Okay, so we've eliminated just... Okay, wait, no. Careful, careful. Okay. Okay. How have we only lost 20? I don't know. But we seem to be doing exceptionally... Okay, wait. Hello. This may, in fact, turn the tide here. This particular reinforcement wave of the enemy. Okay, we've lost 23 so far. You have to remember we have about 50. Yes, we have 50 troops total, which is... Well, I'm going to say it right now. Not that much, actually. Not that much. And we have the enemy who has 330, almost 350 eliminated. We need to eliminate 500. Which is quite significant. Okay, so we have... okay, we have a bit of a problem here. This is bad. Okay, we're going to have to tell them to charge. Let's see where they decide to go. Are they going to go around here? Okay, kind of weird that we're having a bit of a situation. What's going on here? What's happening with this? It's kind of a bit strange. Ah, hello. Okay, we should eliminate these. These guys are Harad levies, so a little bit easier for us to deal with. This is bad. We've lost about 30 people. Yeah, no, we need to get out of here. We need to get out of here pretty badly. And I'm not sure how we can really... How can we really do this? I'm gonna have to tell my guys to come this way. Me opening the gate doesn't do anything, but I'm gonna open it nevertheless. Oh, we're losing a lot of people right now. This is bad. Alright. Okay. Yeah, we have to play very, very carefully here. If these guys die, we're done. We have 19 people remaining. So if they go down, we are done. And there's nothing much more I can do. I am just trying to prepare for the eventuality that an opponent will come around the side. Okay, that's good enough. Gotta be careful, gotta be careful. I'm a little bit worried about getting killed around a corner here. Okay, a lot of archers here. How are my forces doing? Let's put them a little bit further into the courtyard there, just to kind of safeguard them. Okay, yeah, this is a problem. Yeah, this is a problem. I'm not entirely sure. How are you supposed to get over here? I guess this way? Yeah, I guess this way. Okay, let me actually just go around here. Yep, here we go, here we go. Okay. This is actually going to result in my death. Oh, yeah, this is going to result in my death. I'm going to jump down here. Don't die, don't die, don't die. Okay, don't die. Ah, really? Come on. I really needed to take 0 damage going like that. That would have been so nice. We're going to have to retreat from this, unfortunately. Ah, we were doing so well. It was such good... Look at that. Look at our progression right here. We eliminated almost 100% of the garrison. And look at that. Only 83 militia remaining. I technically could remain here if we wanted to and try to restore ourselves. But I know Kargus is in the area, right? He is in the area. So we're going to have to move away from... Oh, dear. Legolas. Legolas. He's right there. Legolas, yes, you helped us. Look at him, being the hero that he is. Okay, thank you very much. Okay. Yeah, so he basically lured them away from us. I'm thinking he's probably never going to get caught anyway, because, you know, I mean, first of all, he's Legolas, but also the fact that, you know, he only has 11 troops really helps him to avoid getting captured. So, yeah, this is actually a castle right here. I had no idea that this was actually a castle, crazily enough. So, yeah, pretty crazy. And well, until this was actually under siege in the previous episode, I did not realize. And, yeah, so, in my opinion, that's pretty encouraging, what we actually just experienced. I feel like that was pretty good. Unfortunately, none of my people... Why did they not level up? None of my people leveled up. Okay, that's kind of weird. I would have expected quite a few of them to do so, but maybe all of the people that could have leveled up died or something like that. So that might have made some difference there. But I guess we can just continue to take these. There we go. And I am going to go back in. I am actually going to go back in here. There's Kargus. I'm actually going to do some damage to him. Let's do some damage. Come on now. He's running... Okay, yeah, that's fine, that's fine. All right, so we have a battle against Kargus and Suleiman, who is obviously from the Sand Vultures, and he has 6 armor trolls, and he has 6 armor trolls. So technically their army size is relatively similar to what we have, I think. I leveled up my athletics skill dramatically in that siege, as you can see, because we went on an absolute killing spree. Very, very nice. We could take Walk It Off for a good day's rest. For me personally, I think Walk It Off is probably going to be more useful for us right here. And we're going to be taking that endurance increase, like I said, and we will be going for the vigor increase as well. That's going to dramatically help us so much, so much. Ah, yes, I actually thought I had strong legs already, and that's the reason why I was doing those jumps in the siege. I don't think it would have... I mean, maybe it would have helped us, but yeah, it's probably unlikely, isn't it? Let's go for Vandal. That's going to increase our armor penetration against higher protected units, which is definitely going to make a difference. And we should probably also go for... I'm probably thinking about leadership right now, but I'm also thinking about athletic skill. If I take athletic skill now, I could technically get to 275 pretty quickly. So let's try and do that, I guess. And now this is going to give me a nice opportunity to showcase the strategy that someone, you know, brought to my attention. Because obviously, let's face it, right? Because I didn't know about this this plus icon, I actually didn't think this was... You know what's really funny? I didn't think this was interactable. Is that stupid of me? Maybe. But I didn't think it was interactable, so I just thought it was just like some random plus icon there. I don't know. I just thought, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what I thought, to be honest. Oh well, never mind. Anyway, as you see here, we now have two different formations. I set this up beforehand. I went into battle against some random people, and you know, set that up because I wanted to test it out. I wanted to see what was going on with it because I was unaware, as I say. So yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to use one of these as a distraction, and we're going to use the other one to come in from behind and do some damage, and that's basically it. So yeah, I kind of wish we could prioritize these guys to actually use like one-handed. I actually don't know why there isn't a little bit more customization here, because all it says is give preference to thrown weapons, polearms, shields, and so on and so forth. But what if you have a mixture of the two? You know, what if you have people with polearms and shields? So yeah, it's kind of a little bit harsh there, but yeah, I guess it's okay. Anyway, so we have our... Okay, so our main people, they're just gonna be going into like a square, I guess. I mean, it doesn't really matter either way, I guess. And we're gonna use these guys, and we're gonna move them around the side. So all we're gonna do is just gonna move the square formation people into the opponent, and then we're gonna come in from behind or from the side with the others, and that's the idea, right? So it's just a standard flanking action, but with infantry. And hopefully that's going to help us. I don't know if it is, but I'm definitely willing to give it a go. Instead of us playing ultra defensively and just keeping everyone in a square formation, which has actually been quite effective, surprisingly effective, in my opinion. Instead of doing that, we're going to be doing a completely different strategy this time. So let's see how it goes. I am very excited actually to try it out. I can only hope that we have enough troops to be able to pull it off, because I feel like this might be better as Gondor. I'm not sure if that's just me, but it feels like it might be better with them, because Gondor obviously has more units, and it's going to be a lot easier for them to do that. Oh, I really wanted to kill that guy. Oh, well, never mind. Okay. Yeah, so these guys are like this. There we go. Okay, that's absolutely fine. Now let's move these guys in over here. And we're just going to move them like this. And I think we could probably tell them to charge in now. What do you think? What do you think? I think so. Let's do it. Okay, I'm just going to try and kill these guys. Nice, nice. Okay, that was some good hits. That's what we like to see. And if I can just manage to kill some of those. There we are. Okay, that's very, very good. How are we doing? How are we doing, you think? Was that a good implementation of the strategy? I don't know. It feels like it was pretty decent. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Obviously, we're not leveling up our athletics in this particular situation, which is a little bit unfortunate, but, you know, that's how it goes. And we can actually tell these guys to charge in now as well. We can tell our cavalry to charge in. They were just following us randomly, so it's probably a good idea to tell them to charge. And we can take out this guy. Or not, as the case may be, because his shield has something else to say about that. Or maybe not. There we go. Okay. There we go. I think... Yep. I think we're actually good. Okay, so that worked pretty nicely, but the question is, would we have been able to do that with our standard formation? Probably. But we would have taken more casualties, would we? Would we have taken more casualties? I think so, maybe, yes. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm going to try it out more and more, obviously, and once we have gained our next clan tier, because no doubt the next clan tier is on its way. We're very, very close to the next clan tier. I'm hopeful that I think 2 more victories will probably get us there, and that's really going to make a huge difference. That's going to get us, like, what, I don't know, 15 extra spaces or something like that. Going to take this guy prisoner, going to take this guy prisoner every single time now. Generally, they've just become way too much of a thorn in our side to really allow them to go, which is unfortunate, really, because I personally don't like really taking them prisoner, because it kind of removes the ability for us to continue farming them for renown, if you know what I mean. So yeah, it's sometimes a much better idea to just let the individuals go. The militia has completely restored itself. I'm actually not entirely sure. How was it able to do that so quickly? Okay. Yeah, as you can see, look at that. It's restored itself almost instantly. Okay, that's actually kind of harsh, considering the fact that it took us a long time to take them out. Yeah, well, that's Bannerlord. That's Bannerlord for you. Anyway, yeah, so we're going to obviously have a bit of a problem with money as well now. I was kind of hoping that we'd be able to get Mount GUNDABAD taken so that I could sell here, potentially, and maybe do some smithing in the meantime as well. That would be kind of nice. As far as I remember, they do have a very, very nice supply of hardwood, which is going to be obviously very good for us in regards to being able to smith and being able to create charcoal and being able to create various weapons and things like that that actually requires wood. So that would be nice. Anyway, bit problematic, isn't it? Yeah, a bit problematic. And yeah, so the garrison is actually knocked unconscious, by the way. This is just a display bug, as you can see right there. Yeah, so we don't really even need to worry about that. And we can basically just go... I guess we could just go straight on in. Is there a wall that's actually down? Yeah, there is. Okay. Okay, so the question is, I think it's probably better for us to get the catapults destroyed. But it's going to take a very, very long time for me to get these trebuchets up and running, because our engineering skill is so bad. Alright, so this is basically a do or die situation here now, because what's going to happen is, if I fail to capture Mount GUNDABAD in this very siege offense, I am going to run out of money, and I'm going to run out of morale, and then I will be a sitting duck for basically anyone that wants to come along. And that's going to be a very big problem, isn't it? Yeah, that's going to be a significantly big problem. So we are going to go in here. And then we're going to make sure that we survive. Now, I am actually going to be doing this. I'm going to just have every single person with me this time around, because I want to make sure that everyone benefits from all of my stuff, right? So that's what we're going to do. And I also need to change my banner as well, by the way. My banner is absolutely just terrible. It decreased ranged accuracy penalty by 4%. Yeah, that was when I was still using archers. So obviously it's not going to be particularly useful for us right now. But hopefully we have another banner that I can replace it with, or I can maybe purchase one. But after this, hopefully Mount GUNDABAD will have enough... well... enough money for us to sell to, and hopefully they'll give us a lot of cash. And well, if not, then we're going to have some problems. I'm not sure how we're going to really handle this. Okay, we've got archers. Okay, we've got loads of archers. This is a problem. Okay, yeah, loads of archers. Okay, my horse is going in there. That's actually pretty decent for us. We need to move these guys in there. We need to push them forward. Yes, yes, yes. This is good. Are they actually going in there? No. Yeah, now they might. The barricade is actually damageable. Wait a minute. I didn't realize this. Oh, there we go. This is absolutely a game changer right there. Literally having the ability to destroy their barricade. That's crazy good. All right. I'm going to stay down here with the archers. Well, I'm going to stay down here and not destroy the archers just yet, because we want to make sure that we help out our forces as best as we can while I'm here. Wait a minute, let me just do this. There we go. This is going to be slightly better. Nice dodge right there from the overhead polearm strike. That was very, very useful. And this guy, they're actually running away. They're actually running away because of Terra. They are running away because of Terra right now, because Terra, in actual fact, is extremely underrated in my opinion. And basically causing opponents to flee is very, very impactful. Are the archers actually still up here? No, they seem to have moved. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. I would have expected them to stay there for quite some time. Okay, I'm going to bring out my bow. Why not? I feel like I have a pretty decent shot at achieving victory here. So I think I might be able to level up my bow skill somewhat. Nice headshot. Yes. Very good. Okay, let's see if I can do something here. Yes, shoot. Oh, yes, I shot my own guy in the head. That's great. I love that. Well, not in the head, but I shot him in general. That's perfect. I love these guys that go back and forth all the time. That's wonderful as well, isn't it? Nice. Okay, we helped him out. And how are we doing? Did we lose anyone? No, we've not lost anyone so far. That is perfect. Okay, I still don't have strong legs. Remind me. I don't have strong legs. Isn't that great? Okay, yeah. So we'll just tell our forces to charge in now. I put them in a square formation just in case we do tell them at some point to hold position. I'm not sure what's going on right now. I don't want them to separate, so I'm actually going to call that one back so that he doesn't run in by himself and get himself completely and utterly murdered. So we're gonna... Yeah, they're doing the similar thing to what they did last time, which is to be expected, I suppose. But that's okay. I mean, we don't have any people from the garrison this time, and as a result, I think we should have slightly easier interactions. I don't know. Maybe we'll be able to do it. Okay. No one up here. Alright. Anyone in the staircase? No, there isn't. Ah, hello there. Alright, we can tell our forces to charge in now. Here we go. Alright, here we go. Yes. These fellows are literally running away from us right now. I believe they are panicking. This is a bit dangerous. I think I may die here. Maybe. Maybe. No. Yeah. I'm trying. I don't know. I'm not sure how that defensive deflection thing works with the arrows, so I still don't know how that works because I got conflicting information on it last time. So yeah, let's just I guess we'll just do what we can. Ah, here we go. This seems to be the final remaining forces that we have to deal with here. I gotta say, actually one of the most interactive sieges that we have done in recent memory. I gotta say, very, very impressive. I like that a great deal. And I'm not even just talking about the actual siege layout. I'm talking about the way that the AI played it, the way that we had to react to what they were doing. I don't know whether that's a mod thing or a base game thing, but it seemed pretty fun. And obviously we were able to achieve victory, surprisingly so, because, I mean, it was a little bit stacked against us, to be honest, but I think after we had that initial assault, we were much better we were much better prepared about what we had to do. So we're going to take all these prisoners. As I said to you before, if we had the opportunity to do so, we were going to do that. And obviously, renown. Oh, our renown has leveled up. Yes. There we have it. Gonna show mercy. We've taken this. You better give this to me. That's all I'm saying. This fellow, Thranduil, better give this to me. If he doesn't give it to me, then I'm not entirely sure what to really say about it. But let's just see what happens here. So they've got 41,000. That is not good enough. Yeah, as you can quite clearly tell, that is not good enough. We have 82,000 technically. Okay, so let's see. Okay, yeah, let's just sell this. We'll just sell the majority of stuff. And I should really sell all, but stop at 0. I should really get that mod back. Let's just sell this. There we go. That is fine. Let's buy some... Yeah, we don't have any food, actually. We can sell some food, though. We could sell some food here, technically, because I do have quite a bit. So we could do that. We could sell some hogs and so on and so forth. That sounds pretty good. And is there any armor or something like that that we could potentially purchase that is actually better for us? I mean, this is pretty nice. That's... Oh, no, never mind. That's That's 334,000. I was like, ah, yes, this is pretty nice. I didn't even look at the costs. That was pretty funny. Ah, that's quite nice. Ooh, look at that. Oh, we've got another helmet here too. Oh, you know what? I actually would like to get this. You know what? I would like to get that. Okay, let's see if we can... I think we can probably afford it, right? Yeah, let's just sell everything that we can here. And then we'll get this. And there we have it. Okay, yeah, look at that. Oh, now we are looking real... I love the cape. The cape is the big deal here. With the helmet, we look a little bit like Magneto, so I think that's pretty... I mean, it depends. It depends on your fashion taste, but yes. We're going to give this helmet to our companion here. Yeah, I think we're pretty good. We could probably sell this as well. There we go. And that's 27,000. That is going to save us for a little bit of time. And obviously, I do want to sell the prisoners. I'm going to sell all the prisoners, actually. You know what? Actually, you know what? No. Let's just go here. We're just going to donate some prisoners. We're just going to donate these guys. There we go. That's actually a significant amount of influence right there. And that's going to get us a lot of influence, well, a lot of relation with the people that we have. There we go. It's going to get us a lot of... Really? 3? Oh, no. Okay, no. It's going to get us a little bit more than that. Okay. 22! There we go. That's what I'm talking about. 22. Yes, not 3. Okay, there we go. That's a lot better. So now we can just ransom all of those prisoners. Very, very nice. Let's go into the smithy and see what we can do here. Because obviously we can smelt some stuff. Actually, we can't smelt anything because we don't have any... We don't have any charcoal for some reason. I don't know why. Oh, it's because we got captured, I guess. Yeah, that might be the reason. Okay, so we're just going to buy all of the charcoal, all of the hardwood that they have. And then we'll do a little bit of this. There we go. And then we can do some of this. Yeah, I think that seems pretty decent. We're going to be gaining quite a lot of stuff right here. And... we're going to have a little bit of something to do there. There we go. We're getting a load of things. As you can see, loads and loads of stuff right now. Okay, so what we can now do is go to the two-handed. Let's see if we can... Yeah, still can't get anything really, really high level. That's kind of unfortunate, isn't it? Yeah, but we can do something pretty cool with it. You know, we can do something pretty cool with it. As you can see, most of the new pieces actually do require fine steel and thermoscene steel. So my comments on smithing previously about the amount of resources that are gained from smelting, I don't know whether it's actually necessary to really change the income of that. Because if you want to create a sword like this, for example, which looks actually pretty cool, all things considered, you're going to need a lot of fine steel and thermoscene steel for that to work. So I feel like this is actually kind of good, to be honest. So let's actually just do this. Someone said I can press enter to do this. No, that doesn't work for me for some reason. I don't know. Someone said I could just press enter over and over. I'm not sure if they meant enter on the numpad. No, enter on the numpad also does not work. All right. Well, there you go. There's that. So what we're going to do is, for some reason, we're unlocking maces. Oh, yeah, it's because we we smelted a troll mace. I think that's probably what's causing the issue there. Okay, so unfortunately for me, there with this mod, as far as I'm aware at least, there is no mass smelt thing or mass craft. So we will just have to do this the old-fashioned way, which is actually fine because it does provide us with the greatest possible potential, I guess, for discovering stuff. And this is going to get us, hopefully, a load of discoveries. Are we getting any discoveries at all? It doesn't seem like it, but I can only assume that maybe yeah, look at this, look at this. We're actually getting quite a few discoveries in the background here. The Star Falchion, by the way, Star Falchion, in my opinion, is probably one of the greatest weapons to create for selling. I've always had really, really good experiences with that. Let's actually just create a couple just to see what the price difference is. Might be pretty fun. I might also be able to get to smithing 200. I highly doubt it. But smithing 200 doesn't really give us anything anyway, as far as I'm aware. It just allows us to create masterwork swords or something like that a little bit more often, which I suppose is okay. And I mean, you can see here, look at this. Yes, look, we're actually starting to get the stuff. Yes, look at that. We're actually starting to get high elven swords now. Look at this. Absolutely fantastic. And Duril, there's the golden flower, the sword that I'm actually using right now. And then there's the Witch King sword, golden flower broadsword. Yeah, extremely, extremely cool stuff right here. So I can actually create that now as well, which I think we'll probably do that. I mean, why not? Look at how cool this is. I can literally create my own golden flower sword now, which is actually kind of crazy. Look at that. That is super, super fun, actually. So we can do that. That's going to... Look at that. That takes 19 fine steel per one. 19 fine steel. That's actually crazy. But yeah, you can see, obviously, we're unlocking everything. Look at my smithing skill as well. My smithing skill is just going dramatically up here. Obviously, you've got to bear in mind that we do have a somewhat semi-unlimited stamina at the moment, just because of the mod. And this would take hours, I feel. I don't know. I feel like this would probably take hours of waiting and you know, reforging, hours of just rinse and repeating that particular process. So I am actually very pleased that we did manage to find a mod that worked. And let's actually just get to 225. Might as well get to 225. And I don't know what that's going to get me, but probably nothing amazing. There you go. Okay, so we got to 225. That's great. So now what we can do is we can take a look at the price differential between these two things, right? So let's have a look. So we have the balanced two-handed crafted two-handed sword, which is basically the thing that we were creating at first. Let's take a look at the Star Falchion and see whether it's slightly better. Where is the Star Falchion? Oh, I actually can't tell which is which now. Ha. I think. Yeah, no, I can't actually tell that for some reason. Okay, that's kind of unfortunate. We created a legendary. Look at that. I created a legendary two-handed sword. Very nice. And it sells for 48,000, as you can clearly tell. So, yeah, that obviously sells for 48,000. But the question is, where's the Star Falchion sword? I can't actually tell what the difference is between them now. So, I guess we'll just have to... My experiment is going to, well, not really result in pretty much anything. But as you can see, we can sell these things for an insane amount of cash right now. And obviously, we can make a lot of money this way. So we're just going to sell a couple of these. And what I would love to do is gain... I mean, they've been eliminated now, as you can see. GUNDABAD has been eliminated, which is really, really nice. But what I would love to do is literally get ownership of Mount GUNDABAD. I would love to be able to get ownership of this, because we are the ones that did the entire thing. We literally did the entire siege. Thranduil helped us basically nothing, and it would be great if we could get access to this. This would be fantastic. Vote for the new owner. I better be on here. I am on here. There we go. I am 50-50 with Thranduil. If he decides to give it to him, I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do. Are you... Is he serious? Wow. All right. I mean, I don't know. I mean, what am I supposed to do about that? There's nothing I can do about it. I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, the funny thing is, right? The funny thing is, he has so many. He has so many towns already. He's got Thranduil's Halls and he's got Loglond. I mean, he's got both of those as far as I'm aware, doesn't he? I am going to look at him now. There we go. I will look at you. I will look at him very, very closely, in a very uncomfortable manner. Okay, let's have a look. Yes, yes. As you can see, he does indeed have these two fiefs, and they have decent prosperity. They have decent prosperity, as you can see here. They have 4,500 each. Actually, no. Thranduil's Halls has 4,000, and then Loglond has 4,500. And then, of course, he does have a handful of castles, which each have about 500 to 1,000. And no offense, but yes, their wealth is very poor, it says. But I don't believe it. I mean, he's got 2 towns. He's got 2 towns and 6 castles, plus Mount Gundabad, that's 3 towns. How can he need that? Ah, the AI. Ah, that's great. Oh, well, I guess I don't need to be tied down to it anymore, so I can kind of leave it. I'm going to help Legolas here for a real quick second.
Thanks for your help, stranger.
Yes, thanks for your help, stranger. I'm going to let this guy go as well. And, I am very, very disappointed now, because I thought, oh yes, we're going to get a town, it's going to be great, everyone's going to be, you know, really, really pleased for us, and then we're going to be having a wonderful time, you know, managing it and building it up and getting it prosperous and making sure that it gets us as much cash as possible over time, passively, and that would be amazing and super, super fun. But unfortunately, yes, the greed of Thranduil rivals the greed of the dwarves, who dug too deeply. Yes, indeed, they did. Okay, so yeah, we are going to, of course, now be, well, I'm actually not entirely sure what to do, to be honest, but that was a very successful siege. I gotta say, I'm very, very impressed with our forces, and that is a nice new strategy that we've got our hands on there with the field battle splitting of infantry troops. We can also use that with archers, of course, and maybe to a certain degree we can also use cavalry as well. Might be an idea. Anyway, I cannot create a kingdom just yet. I need to be clan tier 4. However, the funny thing is, the only reason why I became a vassal is because I thought I would get some things awarded to us. That's it. That's the only reason. I thought, oh yes, I'm gonna maybe be able to, you know, claim a town or a castle or 2. And that's it. That's what I actually thought, because that's the only reason why I did that. Otherwise, being a mercenary would have been so much better. And I'm not even understating that. It would have been insanely good. But unfortunately, he kind of scammed us a little bit, didn't he? Anyway, what do you think we should do? Should we leave Thranduil's embrace, and should we go over into Rune territory and try our luck by ourselves and try to capture something? Why has my relation decreased? Why has my relation decreased? And I plundered gold. Why? How did I plunder? What? How did I plunder any gold whatsoever? Oh yeah, my messages are so late. I don't even understand what was going even on then. Okay, so anyway, yeah. So I don't know where to go. It could be that maybe we should go to Dol Guldur. Maybe. No, never mind. 1,200. That's never gonna happen. 1,200. We might be able to take some rune territories. So I think that's probably our best bet, and probably leaving being a vassal. And the funny thing is, leaving being a vassal, that's not really going to work, is it? I don't know. I guess I'll see what some people say in the comments, and I'll see what you have to say, and then we'll see what we do, because I'm actually not sure. I'm actually not sure right now. Anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.